it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video we're going to be talking about wishing wells. There's some very interesting legends and histories about them, and of course I have a really eerie creepypasta to tell you as well. Before I get started though, I just want to say that I hope you all had an amazing Christmas. This is gonna be my very last video where I have a Christmas background behind me. So if you have not entered to win yet, you do have one last chance. All you have to do is follow my book TikTok account, which I will link down below, and just comment on my recent video. And the other thing I wanted to announce is that we currently have a Boxing Week sale going on. There's only a couple more days left for it, but everything on the website is 25% off. So all of the new light up products that I talked about, we have these really cute new Adopt-A-Gnomes on there. We have some really pretty real stone mushroom necklaces. We have a cat water bottle. There's so many new things and it's all 25% off. So if you guys would like to shop our sale, I have linked it down below in the description for you. All right guys, so let's get right into talking about wishing well history. Whether in the playgrounds, the backyard of the house, or the neighborhood areas, the moment we find a wishing well, we subconsciously know the next step to take. We drop a coin in the well and make a wish. Maybe our wish might come true, or maybe not. But the question is, where did this tradition originate from? In ancient times, people widely believed that heavenly deities or holy spirits dwelled in the water sources and kept the water clean. Because water contamination was a much more common phenomenon in classical times. So as you can imagine, these wells were considered to be highly magical because of their clean properties. People would sing songs around these wells, they'd perform ballads, recite poems. People considered the wishing well to have miraculous powers of granting wishes. They also thought the water itself held miraculous healing powers. And in their saddest moments, people wished in the hopes that the spirits might pity them and fulfill all of their longings. And to further appease the spirits, people dropped small tokens like coins in the well. Other folklore stories about wishing wells center around Norse gods. In Nordic mythology, a well belonged to the god Mimir. I hope I'm saying that right. And Mimir is the god of wisdom. The legend goes that the water deity Mimir drank water from the well of wisdom every day that made him the wisest being among all. And to save the world from destruction, the Norse god Odin wanted to seek wisdom from the well of wisdom. However, the price demanded of him was very heavy. Mimir asked Odin to offer up his right eye, which he did decide to sacrifice. So Odin's eye was thrown into the well so that others could see that attaining wisdom from the well required a hefty price to be paid. And the whole lesson is that gaining wisdom comes at a high price. You don't just get it for free. You have to sacrifice something very important, which is why people drop money into the well. They give up their belongings to get something out of it. So there are some logical explanations for these magical well waters. As previously mentioned, fresh water was not always fit for drinking during early times, as it remained often overloaded with bacteria that had the probability of causing infections. So scientists believe that the addition of silver and copper coins in the wells actually reversed that effect by killing germs and killing bacteria, which ensured the water's safety. But back then, people just thought it was like pure magic. I don't know about you guys, by the way, but whenever I hear about a wishing well, I always think about Snow White.
We are standing by a wishing well. Make a wish into the well. That's all you have to do.
That's how it goes, right? Okay, so now I want to tell you guys a really creepy story. This one is called Be Careful What You Wish For. This story is about two young sisters named Talia and Molly that lived on an old farm, and at the very edge of the property there was an old well that they called the wishing well. Every day they would go outside and play by the well. They would jump off its edges into the grass, they would play hide and seek behind it, they would play tag and use the well as a safe zone. The only thing is they weren't being very careful about that huge drop into the well. It just seemed like it went on for miles and miles. Whenever the girls would toss a pebble into its depths, they would never hear it hit the bottom. Well, it probably doesn't come as a surprise to you that one day Molly fell into the well. And it happened so fast that Talia didn't even get a chance to register what happened. She stood there in shock, waiting for that loud thud that never came. It was like her sister was just falling endlessly forever. Well, it took her some time to snap back into reality. And then she walked over to the edge of the wishing well and looked down, but it was just so dark that she couldn't see anything. She had no idea what she was gonna tell her parents. She didn't want to get in trouble for playing around the well like they told them not to. So when she arrived home alone, she said that Molly must have been lost in the forest and her parents looked for days and couldn't find her. So Talia took a handful of coins from her mother's purse and took them to the wishing well. She dropped them all inside the well and closed her eyes very tightly and made her wish.
I wish my sister would come back to us so we can be a family again.
Then she waited there and waited, but her sister never appeared. That evening, as she was getting ready for bed, she looked out her window into the dark field surrounded by trees, and that's when she saw something moving in the distance. It kind of looked like an injured animal hobbling about, but when it got closer, her heart stopped in her chest. It was very clearly a human crawling through the grass on all fours. Their limbs looked broken and were like sticking out at odd angles, and it didn't take much longer after that to see that it was Molly, very slowly heading towards their house. Her neck was snapped, so her head was literally upside down as she was crawling, and she was smiling with pure glee to be coming back to her family, obviously unaware of what she looked like. So Talia knew immediately that what she did was very wrong, but it was too late to fix because suddenly the doorbell rang. So that's how this one ended, and it's really creepy because obviously Talia wasn't very specific about what she wished for. She should have wished for Talia to come back in one piece, uninjured, but all she asked for was that she wanted her sister to come back. And clearly when her sister fell, she was a mangled mess. They say if you ever make a wish at a wishing well, sometimes it will come true and will be the best thing ever, but sometimes the spirit of the well will twist your wish to something more sinister. I actually bought a wishing well online. It's not like a huge one, it's like a small, like cutesy one, but I think we're gonna like unbox it on our vlog channel and make a wish and see what happens. And yes, we will be very specific, I promise you. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, if you would like to check out our 25% off sale, I will link it down below in the description. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you next year. I'll see you next year. Bye guys!